Two of the title hopefuls clashed at Groupama Stadium, and Lyon appeared to catch Lille napping. Maxon Cacqueret got to the line before cutting back for Islam Slimani, who got in front of Jose Font to smash in the opener. The first time away that LOSC had been behind in 2021, and it seemed to have their normally solid defence at 6s and 7s, as Font was left with an own goal to his name. Yet Lille had an ace in the hole, Burak Yilmaz, the free transfer, with an outstanding effort to blast Les Dogs back into the contest before the break. The veteran Turk then turned provider. Lucas Paqueta punished for his carelessness as Yilmaz squared for Jonathan David to hit double figures. And never short of a Turkish talent, Youssef Yazeci stepping off the bench to link with Yilmaz for the sweetest of Turkish delights. Burak clipping home his 10th of the season in a stunning campaign. Only the third time Lyon have blown a 2-0 lead at home, as LOSC are unbeaten in 6 matches against their title rivals. Paris Saint-Germain had hit the summit prior to the late night drama. Boss Maurizio Pochettino targeting a historic treble for the Parisians, but their hopes rest heavily on the shoulders of Kylian Mbappe. The World Cup winner picked out by Ander Herrera before arrowing home his 12th goal of 2021. Yet Metz, despite 4 successive defeats at home, hit back when Farid Boulaya produced a moment of quality for Fabien Saint-Onge to stoop and net his first Ligue 1 Uber Eats goal on top-flight appearance, number 60. Sadly for the hosts, they were their own worst enemy, coughing up possession to easily give Mbappe a chance to punish them, thanks to a deflection. A third brace of the month and second in successive matches to hit 25 goals for the league campaign. Worryingly for Paris, the 22-year-old went off injured before Mauro Icardi won a late penalty. The Argentine brushing himself off to convert with a cheeky chip for a 6th goal in his last 4 outings. Monaco remain in the hunt for the title after they finally broke Angers' resistance at the Copa. Initially, Paul Bernardoni stood up to the attacking talents, denying Stevan Jovetic, amongst others. In the end, it was Wissam Ben Yedder who made the most of a one-on-one with the keeper. The French international clipping past the advancing Bernardoni. 6 goals in his last 6 to maintain Monaco's bid for a podium finish, maybe even repeat their 2017 title success. The last 3 clashes between Lens and Nîmes at the Stade Bollard de la Lys had ended goalless, but that was not the case on this occasion. David Costa took his time to centre at the right time as Ignacio GANAGO pressured Kelyan Gesum into an own goal. However, Isiaga Silla was sent off on 24 minutes, and 7 minutes into the second half, Nîmes were level. Gesum fell by Jonathan Klaus to make amends for netting at his own end, as Zinedine Ferra slotted his 5th of the campaign. Yet despite the man disadvantage, Massario Aidara produced a flying scissor kick to snatch all 3 points for Lens, passing 13 unbeaten, the best sequence in the division. They maintained 5th. Marseille keeping the pressure on for European qualification, but fell behind at Reims thanks to Nathaniel Mbuku's superb header. The hosts unbeaten in the last 4 in the league versus Marseille, but OM hit back. Paul Nerola's brace downed Lorient last time out with Dimitri Payet's help for the winner. The Spaniard repaid the favour with a fine cutback for the Frenchman to level. Payet then did what he's done best, create. His 100th Ligue 1 Uber Eats assist of his career as the Centurion allowed Arkadiusz Milic to net in successive away games and 5 overall for the season. OM were winless in 10 away going back to the start of December, and Payet confirmed that sequence was over. The 34-year-old's first brace of the season, earning Jorge Sampaoli 16 points from his first 7 matches, the best haul since Marcelo Bielsa. Rennes wanted to continue their resurgence under Bruno Genesio against Dijon, who were on the edge of official relegation from Ligue 1 Uber Eats, and yet the Owls won an early penalty to former Dijon stopper Alfred Gomez's shock. Yassine Benzia, nearly a year on from his buggy accident that robbed him of so much football, slotted home his 2nd penalty in as many games. A setback for the Bretons, but les Rouges et Noirs didn't hang their heads down too long. Benjamin Bourigeaud releasing Martin Terrier, the forward scoring in 3 successive games for the first time since he managed 5 in a row in 2019. Level at the break, Rennes were ruthless in the second. Eduardo Camavinga drew in the goalkeeper before teeing up Terrier for his second, a first league brace. The former OL forward then used as a useful decoy as Flavien Tay took advantage to net his first of the season. Clément Grenier off the bench to first swing in a free kick onto the head of Gersino Nyansi for his maiden top-flight goal. And the midfielder rounded off a 5-1 demolition for their biggest margin of victory this season and seal Dijon's fate. Montpellier arrived at southern neighbours Nice, having earned a Coupe de France semi-final berth for the first time in 24 years, but it took only just 3 minutes to forge ahead, 2 heads to be precise, as Andy Delors held Gaëtan Laborde to his 13th of the season, 17 headed goals by Montpellier, a record in Europe. Yet Alexis Claude-Maurice was the wind beneath the Eagles' wings, the midfielder taken out not before releasing Kasper Dolberg, who waited for the cavalry before Hichem Boudaoui arrived to level the contest. Claude-Maurice then found the head of Jean-Clair Todibo, the Barcelona, adding to his sole top-flight goals scored in his Toulouse days. And fitting it was the 22-year-old Claude-Maurice who put the game beyond Montpellier to secure a 5th successive home win over Le Payade. Saint-Etienne had never lost to Brest in the top flight at home, and Wabi Kazri was in a rush to continue that trend. This is 6th goal in Ligue 1 Uber Eats since the start of March. Yet it soon became the Gaëtan Charbonnier show. After 11 games without a goal, there's some way to break the drought. A peach from the 32-year-old who made it 10 in 2 top-flight seasons shortly after with a sumptuous second. Brest celebrate a first ever top-flight win at Saint-Etienne to snap their 5-match winless streak with class. After successive home defeats, Strasbourg looked in a good place when Ludovic Ajorc rose to head home the opener against Nantes, the big man's 13th of the season and 4th goal against the Canaries in the top flight. Yet despite not a single effort on target in the first half, Nantes came to life in the second. Panic in the area led to Jean-Charles Castelletto netting his first goal to draw the visitors level. And the Canaries were in full flight from one end to the other to earn a vital win. Pedro Chirivella releasing Moses Simon, who smartly squared for Ludovic Blas to propel Nantes above Nîmes on goal difference into 18th. Lorient tried to focus on their fight against the drop, visiting Bordeaux in full crisis mode. The Girondins in administration, and just 18 minutes in, the host drove the dagger deeper. Johan Wissa's 8th of the campaign, and the 24-year-old would soon turn provider as Terem Moffi scored for the 3rd match running. The Nigerian not going to get many easier. Well, after a double in defeat against Marseille, the young Nigerian with successive braces. Benoit Costil again left stranded. Bordeaux heading for a 5th straight defeat and compounded by Yacine Adley being denied a penalty at one end, then Lorient breaking without much pressure to add a 4th of the match. Moffi had all the time in the world to curl home his first hat-trick in French football. Youssouf Sissoko came on for his 3rd substitute appearance in his young career, and having seen Adley's free kick blocked, the 19-year-old smashed home a consolation, but there's certainly no respite for Bordeaux on or off the pitch. 38 goals scored on matchday 34. Only the last round of the 2008 season saw more in the top flight this century, 43 to be precise. No stalemates, with the away sides coming out on top, 6-4. After a dramatic finale, Lille rise back to the top and are unbeaten in 6 against their title rivals. Just 2 points split the top 3 in the tightest 3-way race for a long time. Dijon officially relegated to the second tier after a nightmare campaign. Lorient have given themselves a 4-point cushion above Nantes and Nîmes, separated only by goal difference. The pair are currently fighting to avoid automatic relegation and take their chances in the playoff. The title race continues with Paris and Lille facing home fixtures on Saturday before Monaco look to end Lyon's podium ambitions on Sunday night.